Go-go, the sound of percussion and bass, beating your feet and busting loose, is a musical movement and a subgenre of funk music that originated in Washington, D.C. in the mid-60s to early 70s. With its culture and history rooted in Chocolate City, it cannot be traced back to one single person, as there were so many bands that have flourished during the beginning of this era that they collectively created the sound that is famous to this native city. Pioneers such as Backyard, EU, Experience Unlimited, Trouble Funk, Rare Essence, Junkyard, and many more to name a few. Undeniably, Chuck Brown, also known as the Godfather, is the undisputed sole founder and creator of go-go music. His love of blues, jazz, gospel, soul, and African rhythms helped him develop this unique sound. Evidently, even though these predominantly male groups have paved the way and created the foundation to what go-go is today, where are the women? Have they been neglected out of the music industry or simply working behind the scenes? Here are their stories.
My real name, government name, Natasha Proctor. My stage name is Lil Boogie. How y'all feeling out there? Can y'all hear me out there? All right. Let's roll with it, Bella. I was the baby of the band. So the other girl, females, they were at least 17, 18 years or a little older. We practiced. I can tell you when we got together for the first time, and he was like, "We're gonna start rehearsing." We stayed in the studio for at least a year before we performed our first show. So when we performed out, yeah, and it was 7 days a week too. Yeah, yeah, it was hard. Because we had to build our strength up like the men in the go-go band, and then everybody, grew up, grown kids, and it was about if you still had it in your heart to do this part-time and you're full-time mother, full-time working and things like that. Some people didn't want to do that. They wanted to be a full-time mom and or student if they were going to school and working. So that's how the band kind of just punctuated from staying together. I always stayed the only original member. It was women back then in those groups, but they just wasn't it wasn't as popular, I guess. I'm not sure, but it was like female singers. They had another female band out back then or something, but I guess those groups they didn't last, so it didn't really get them out. So with the bands like Pleasure and together, these bands, I guess, like I said, two things happen. You have women who they get married, their husband or So it's a lot of things that happen, but it's a lot of females, like I said, it was out back then. It just didn't stay on the scene to be known.
Hey, watch out, cause I'm coming for you. Men placed in these go-go bands, and it's for a reason, not just for us to just be a pedestal or just, you know, to be a trophy, but we bring a certain type of energy, a certain type of balance that they lack, you know what I mean? And so I just think that, you know, having females in these bands was just a blessing. It's just necessary. However, I don't think that we get the recognition that we deserve. It's a lot of women out there that just not getting their just due.
So when you were speaking of the women joining the bands and it was like a wave, it was like she can hold it down in all ways on stage. And, you know, a lot of times men can't do both. And I think that that's something that is also, you know, helpful in our careers because it makes us well-rounded. I think that the focus is on me a lot. And I say that because that's not how I feel. So when I'm on stage, I don't feel like I'm in front of the band. I feel like we're all together. You know, that's the feeling that I have. But I think that people look at it as like Casey and them, and that's not our dynamic.
Actually, we entered go-go accidentally. It wasn't our intention. When we first got together, we were just an R&B band, and we just played a lot of R&B covers. And it wasn't until a go-go promoter came to see us and check out, it's an all-girl band, what's going on. They booked us with another go-go band, and then that's how we started playing mostly go-go, which is not a problem or anything. That's just how it happened, you know, and we have no regrets. We love what we're doing. We love representing women in go-go or women in music, whatever. And we just take it in stride.
Now I feel like I know one of the Beat Your Feet Kings, who is like, he's probably one of the most amazing people I know. And we talk about it all the time, like how go-go has changed, because I always say that's not my era, because I'm old and beating your feet is not on my radar anymore. However, it's necessary because it showed you how it is still transcending, it is still changing, but it's still as impactful as it was the first day go-go was introduced. So this next generation is probably going to do something else. And it's important because, like I said, go-go still tells our story. However it is displayed, it is still us, it is still home, and it is still needed.
Erasure came to a head in April 2019 when the community rallied around the Metro PCS in DC Shaw's neighborhood. In the light of social justice, residents gathered the streets to protest, and #Don'tMoveDC started to trend. Over the years, as the go-go beat got faster and bouncier, a dance evolved alongside it. Today, the style known as Beat Your Feet is inexcusable for the music that drives it. Defined by rapid footwork, the next generation of dancers and locals are aware of the legacy they're upholding and the history of the city they represent. Even so, the height of go-go has drastically changed and is used as a way to combat gentrification. The future of go-go is uncertain, but one thing for sure is women will no longer be forgotten, but heard.